Conservatives, we did rather well yesterday. We enjoyed having White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders and her dad, Mike Huckabee, here yesterday. We had a really good discussion. I had a good time. But Mike has been all over Fox News since he left here, telling a bit of a different story. Here he is a few hours ago on Fox Business. Take a look.
I didn't go in there thinking that they were going to give me warm hugs and kisses. I've been on that show many times. But I think it's important that those of us who are conservative, that we're willing to go into the lion's den, that we show we're not afraid. We've got a position. We're willing to defend it. And frankly, it juxtaposes our view and our spirit versus theirs, which is full of anger and irrational hatred toward the president.
You know what? We really worked hard to do a fair interview. And I resent that you would do that. No, wait. Let me keep my mind. I resent that you would do that because you would never say that about Stephen Colbert. You would never say that about Noah, Trevor Noah. So why are we irrational? We were not irrational. We asked you questions and told you how we felt, and we allowed you to do the same.
But it's interesting how he sees us as hating Trump irrationally when the hatred towards Hillary Clinton and President Obama was like a hurricane level, like Irma, you know? Yeah. It was a big hatred for the two of them. Well, also, yet he thinks that we hate Trump. I don't hate Trump. I don't like what he's doing.
What I find a little duplicitous was when we sat here, I specifically asked Sarah a question, and she said that the media characterizes, this is her quote, the media characterizes all Republicans, all conservatives, all Democrats. And then her father, which I know is not her, but goes on and in two different quotes says the liberals and the Democrats and these women were irrational. That we were also we're very different.
We would have been limping out of
that's
here.
What you're trained to do.
But you know, I think it's a feminine thing to say women are irrational.
I was just going to say that. Don't they say that about Kamala Harris, right? The senator there. We say she's so irrational. And I don't think any of us, you know, I think that fact trumps emotion every single time. And I think we're all very careful to be fact-based. I mean, I asked him factually about Sheriff Arpaio and about the fact that in 2011, the Department of Justice did find he had committed various civil rights violations.
About that.
And he just said it. He was
when you're a right-wing talking head, and I was one. I came for Fox News. I came from there. What you're trained to do really is to go into what's referred to as, you know, the liberal cesspool or the, you know, the lion's den, and you go in there and you defend your point, and then you go back to the friendly zone and you say, oh, you know, they're out of touch with America. That doesn't work here, Mike, because I am a conservative and I didn't vote for Trump, and I am standing for conservative principles. You don't get to say you came here and the liberal media opposed you. No, I sat right here, and it's not irrational that I opposed Donald Trump. Donald Trump's character was questionable. Donald Trump has gone on Twitter rants that have insulted foreign policy leaders, that have insulted people in the intelligence community, that have insulted media figures. Donald Trump is voting to raise a debt ceiling that when President Obama did that, you all Republicans out there had a problem with it.
But why have the training, though? But what I don't understand is why would that be the training?
Because you know what? Cable news has a lack of independent thinkers, and everyone's interested in playing to the base, and everyone's interested in this is our viewership, and this is our president because he's the Republican, and our network is built on this Republican brand. You know what? No more. No more. There are people out here that stand for principles, and I am one of them, and these women here are one of them, and you don't get to pull us in media, whatever.
Irrationality.
Good girl. What I find really disheartening is when you say something like like I said, he lies 95% of the time. And I quoted PolitiFact. PolitiFact is a very, very objective organization that basically, you know, tallies how many times the guy says a lie. Some of it is a big lie, some of it is a little lie, some of it is a sort of a lie, but 95% of the time, he's not telling the truth. And they go around saying that that is not true. Well, then if they don't believe PolitiFact and they don't believe the New York Times or the LA Times or the Wall Street Journal or the Washington Post or us, who do they believe? Breitbart News and Fox. That's not a... Sorry, that's skewed too much.
Let me also just say there are people on Fox News that are standing up to Donald Trump. There are people like Charles Krauthammer and Stephen Hayes and smart people that have said, this president does not represent me in many ways. So don't try to make it like the, he's also trying to say the Fox News brand opposes. No, there are smart people that stand up to this.
Stop calling people names.
Yeah. Yes.
We didn't do that with you. We didn't do that with you.
Irrational. He called us irrational and angry.
And go ahead, baby.
No, you go ahead.
No, finish.
Well, we had a conversation actually off camera where we were talking about how the difficulty with different thoughts is when you come to the conversation and you call someone crazy or irrational.
You had this conversation with who?
Yes, with the Huckabee. And we said that stops the conversation, and we all agreed. Whoopi was we were all like, yeah, that's the problem, is people aren't continuing the conversation. Maybe I'm naive, but I'm just a little surprised the day after we're being swabbed as one big group.
He's speaking to the base now, and he has lost his identity as an independent thinker in that moment, and that's a shame.
And former governor.
It's not okay.
I'm just saying, man, don't do that. We didn't do that to you. We made it a point because we do know you and we respected your daughter. And I'm kind of pissed off about this, Mike, because it's not right. It's not right. And I've never been irrational, except when it comes to my pizza.